Hello, students. Today we are going to start Chapter 5 The Rebellion of 1857. The word rebellion means action or process of resisting authority or the person who is in power. So, this is about 1857. By 1857, the British had established colonial domination over a major part of India. Through their arbitrary methods of annexation, they were adding the territories and harsh economic policies. Due to the harsh economic policies and their arbitrary methods, they were adding the territories. The king, the queens, the peasants, landlord, tribal people, soldiers, all were affected. So, what was the cause? By the mid 18th century, Nawabs and Rajas they have lost their power. British residents had been stationed, means they have to be at fixed place, that is court. With the freedom of rulers reduced, means the freedom of the rulers also reduced. The armed forces it disbanded, and the revenues and territories were forcefully taken away. Means they have disbanded all the armed forces and their revenue, all the money of that territory has been taken away forcefully by the company. Many rulers they try to negotiate with the company to protect their interest but fail to do so. Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi, she wanted the company to recognize her adopted son as the heir or to the kingdom. Okay, so Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi, she wanted the company to recognize her adopted son as the heir to the kingdom. Okay, he should be legally handed over the kingdom, her adopted son. Nana Sahib, he was the adopted son of Peshwa Bajirao II, pleaded that he be given his father's pension when the latter died. So Nana Sahib, the adopted son of Peshwa Bajirao II, he pleased that he to be given his father's pension when the latter died, when he died. All the pleas were turned down by the company. When he pleaded, requests, all were turned down by the company. The company then added in their territory a new territory that was Awadh. The British accused the ruler Wajid Ali Shah of the maladministration, means your administration is inefficient, it is dishonest. They put a blame on Wajid Ali Shah that you are doing maladministration, that is the inefficient management, inefficient administration, and misgovernance, mismanagement you are doing. They were saying it to Wajid Ali Shah. In 1801, a subsidiary alliance was imposed on Awadh, and 1856 it was taken over. Okay, subsidiary alliance it was imposed on Awadh, and in 1856 it was taken over by the company. 1849, Lord Dalhousie announced that after the death of Bahadur Shah Zafar, the family would be shifted out of Red Fort and they would be given to another place. Fine. After the death, the family would be shifted and given some other place out of Red Fort. 1856, the Governor General, Lord Canning, decided that Bahadur Shah Zafar would be the last Mughal king. Okay, after his death, none of his sons would be recognized as the emperors. They would be called only princes. Okay, only they would be called princes. They would not be recognized as the emperors. Okay, this was being said by the General Lord Canning. The peasants and the landlords. Many chief landlords they also went against the authorities, Britishers. They rebelled as the British land revenue policies. Okay, they were against the British land revenue policies. They robbed them of their power and privileges. These authorities were taking away their power and privileges. Among those who rebelled were the landlords. They were known as polygars. Okay, of this is the place name Tirunelveli. Tirunelveli. the Talukdars, the landowners of Aligarh, and the Diwan of Vancouver. So the peasants revolted frequently and they demanded that excessive tax demand is there by the Britishers. In the new land revenue system, the peasants revolted against the Britishers that they are demanding the excessive tax from them. And the new land revenue system, they were against, peasants were against it. Overcrowding of land was going on because of renovation of handicrafts exploited by people, money lenders, rural poverty also forced to revolt. Okay, because our handicraft industries were ruined, money lenders were exploiting us, rural poverty also forced the people that they should do the revolt against the company, revolt against the Britishers. The Mopla peasants of Malabar and the Chuars of Bihar, Bengal, these are the two examples of these. Okay, these are the peasants who revolted against the authorities. The sepoys means sipahis. They were discontented regarding their pay, allowances, and conditions of services. Means they don't know about their paying, their allowances, and their conditions of services. The new rules were broken down, their religious sensibility and beliefs. They resented British regulation, they banning beards and the use of caste marks and the replacement of turbans with the leather caps. Means the Britishers were imposing their will on the Sipahis also. Okay, they were being told that new rules should be violated. Means their religious sentiments were hurt, their beliefs were hurt. They resented British regulations. Okay, they didn't follow it. Like they were banning the beards, the use of the caste marks, that turbans you will not wear, you will wear leather caps. The Sipahis also resented having to travel beyond Indian frontiers, that they will not travel beyond the Indian frontiers in violation of social taboos. Means society, whatever the society is telling them to do, they will not violate those things. Okay, taboos here means the religious things which is being going on. Okay, they will not at all what they were resenting. They were saying that we will not violate any social taboo. Taboo is a religious custom. Okay, a social or religious custom prohibition, restricting something, a particular practice, to fight wars for the Britishers. The sepoy mutinied. It means refused to obey the orders of the authority. Mutinied means they refused to obey the orders of the authority in 1806 at Vellore, at Barakpur in 1824 and 1854 on the question of the salaries. They were questioning the authorities for the salaries. The mutinies were put down with a severe force of dissatisfaction. See, these mutinies who were refused to obey the orders of the Britishers, they were put down by severe force. But disaffection was so widespread that the British anticipated a major revolt from them soon, because the sepoys were not in favor. Okay, so disaffection was there. The sepoy was not feeling close to the Britishers. So Britishers have only anticipated earlier that a major revolt will be there from the sepoy side. These are the image of a sepoy. New laws and response to the reform. What happened? The British passed many laws to stop the practice of sati pratha, to encourage the remarriage of the widows, to promote the English as a language. British allowed the Christian missionaries. They allowed that the Christian missionaries, means the Christian who went on a mission, to they can function freely in any domain, in any part. Even they can own a land or a property. In 1850, a new law was passed to make the conversion to Christianity easier. If a person wants to change its religion, can change easily. He or she can change it easily to Christianity. This law allowed an Indian Christian to inherit the property of his ancestors. Earlier they were not allowed. Now the Britishers have given them authority that they can own the land and property. This allowed an Indian Christian that they can inherit the property of their ancestors from their great 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 grandfather. Many Indians felt that the British were destroying their religion. They are destroying their religion, their customs, their traditions in the way of life. Many Indians were thinking this. Now, the rebellion, the revolt started of 1857, the events which took place. In May 1857, after 100 years of conquest and administration, your East India Company faced a massive rebellion that threatened the company very presence in India. Okay, when this rebellion started, it threatened the company that their presence is in danger. The rebellion began in the town of Meerut, and a large number of people from different sections of the society they participated in this rebellion. Rebellion, I told you na, the action or process of resisting the authority or the power or the person who is in power. Now, the rebellion is also known as India's first war of independence. One mark question. The rebellion of 1857, the revolt of 1857 is also known as India's first war of independence. The Indian Mutiny, the revolt of 1857, and the Sepoy Mutiny. Mutiny means an open rebellion against the authority. That is the meaning of mutiny. Now, the main person, Mangal Pandey, on February 26, 1857, the 19th Bengal Native Infantry BNI came to know about a new cartridge. New cartridge means a casing. It is containing a bullet shot. Okay, that is being responsible for a small shot. This casing is made up of cow and pig fat, which has to be bitten off by mouth. If you want a bullet shot, this casing is containing a charge. You have to bite it by mouth, then you have to do the bullet shot. So the cow is very sacred to Hindus. Okay, we do worship of the cow. So pigs are abhorrent to the Muslims. Okay, what is the meaning of the abhorrent? The word abhorrent means that to the Muslims they are being considered as disgusting. Okay, so to Hindus the cows are sacred, we are worshipping it, and the pig are abhorrent means disgusting to Muslims. Soldiers refused that we will not bite it by mouth. Their colonial confronted them angrily. Now, the colonial Britishers, they said them angrily that you have to do it. Okay, you cannot say no to us. With artillery and cavalry, artillery means heavy military weapons, and cavalry means soldiers on horses, but then accepted their demand to withdraw the artillery and cancel the next morning's parade. So, what happened? The Indians refused them that we will not use it. So the British government confronted them very angrily with the heavy weapons, that is artillery, and with the soldiers on the houses. Then they accepted their demand, okay, that we will withdraw this heavy weapons, okay, military weapons, and cancel it, the parade, to the next morning. On March 29, 1857, the Barakpur Parade Ground, it is a place near Calcutta, 29-year-old Mangal Pandey of the 34th Bengal Native Infantry, angered by the recent actions of the East India Company, declared that he would rebel against his commanders. Because he was not satisfied that we will not bite such things with the mouth, that cow is sacred to us. So he decided that I am angered now by the actions of the East India Company. Now I hereby declare the war against the commanders. When his adjutant, Lieutenant Bogg, came to investigate the unrest, that what happened, that Pandey is doing so. He came to investigate that why the Pandey is doing so. Pandey opened fire but hit his horse instead. So Pandey did open firing, but unfortunately he hit his own horse. General George General John Hearsay came out to see him on the parade ground and later claimed that Mangal Pandey was in some kind of religious frenzy. Okay, that he is having some wild behavior. What happened to him? He first did the open firing. He instead his horse was hit by it. Then another general came John hearsay, he saw that the Mangal Pandey in some kind of religious frenzy, means in religious wild behavior he is doing. He ordered Ishwar Prasad to arrest Mangal Pandey, but Ishwar Prasad said that I will not arrest him at all. Ishwar Prasad was sentenced to death and hanged because he refused that I will not arrest Mangal Pandey. After the comrades, means the soldiers, the armed forces, they were what? Failed into an open and active rebellion. Mangal Pandey tried to take his own life. Okay, after failing to incite his comrades, means the members of the armed forces, into an open and active rebellion that Mangal Pandey led, he tried to take his own life. He managed to wound himself. Okay, he was court-martialed on April 6th and hanged on April 8th. This happened with him. Okay, he was failed that incite his comrades, means members of the armed forces, that they should also do an open and active rebellion. He tried to take his own life. Somehow he wounded himself and he was court-martialed, means he was hanged on April 8th. This is the image of Mangal Pandey. Outbreak of the rebellion Meerut. On 9th May 1857, 85 soldiers of the 3rd Cavalry, means soldiers on the horses at Meerut, they refused to touch the cartridge that was made of cow and pig fat. So they refused that we will not touch this cartridge. They were sentenced to 10 years of imprisonment. If you will not touch the cartridge, 10 years of imprisonment will be given. The very next day, 10th May, the other Indian soldiers in Meerut realized their imprisoned comrades means members of the armed forces, they killed their officers and revealed the banner of the revolt. Unfurled means they revealed the banner of the revolt. They set fire to the buildings and properties of the Britishers. See the revolt. So they set on fire the buildings, the properties, everything. They captured their guns, ammunition. Ammunition means the material which is being fired. The soldiers were determined to bring an end to their rule in the country. They want to bring an end to the rule of the Britishers in the country. They were said that we will now go to Delhi after sunset. We will set off to Delhi after sunset. When the Meerut soldiers appeared in Delhi next morning, the local infantry joined them, killed their own European officers, and they seized the city. Okay, they controlled the city, they seized the city from all sides, and they killed their own European soldiers. The rebellious soldiers now proclaimed the aged and powerless Bahadur Shah the Emperor of India. Okay, now they proclaimed that this Bahadur Shah is aged and powerless, the Emperor of India. Delhi is soon to become the center of the revolt, and Bahadur Shah, its great symbol. He was its great symbol of this revolt. Raised means he was the last Mughal king. Under this last Mughal king leadership, it was recognized that the long regime of the Mughal dynasty had made its symbol. Means he was the last Mughal ruler, Bahadur Shah Zafar. Now he has made his marked. Okay, his period is being marked very well because rebellions have spontaneously doing so, that Bahadur Shah Zafar is a great symbol to this rebellion. So spontaneous rising of this Mughal king under his leadership, it was being recognized that the fact that long period of this Mughal dynasty had been made its symbol. Now it will be called India's political unity. It is the symbol of India's political unity. See, from Meerut to Delhi. With an act, the Sipahi had transferred a mutiny, means rebellion, against means of soldiers into a revolutionary war. Rebellious Sepoys from all over the country turned their steps towards Delhi. Now they were moving to Delhi, and all Indian chiefs were taking part, means taking part in it. Okay, in this revolt, they were hastened to proclaim their loyalty to the Mughal emperor. What is the meaning of the word hasten? Hasten generally means to move or travel very quickly, very hurriedly. Okay, that to happen very sooner, or that would happen. That is hasten. They proclaim that we are loyal toward the Mughal emperor. Bahadur Shah was under the pressure of the sepoys, wrote letter to all the chiefs and the rulers of India, pleading them, he was urging them, requesting them to organize a confederacy of Indian states. Okay, so Bahadur Shah Zafar were forced by the sepoys that he wrote a letter to all the chiefs and the rulers of India. Okay, why he wrote a letter? They were pleading them, requesting them that they should organize a confederacy. Confederacy means a league, a alliance, a group, a union, okay, of Indian states to fight and replace the British regime. Threatened by expansion of British rule, that British rule should not expand, many of them felt that if the Mughal ruler could rule again, they too would be able to rule their own territory once more. When Bahadur Shah Zafar wrote this letter to them, so they thought that Mughal ruler, if he won the war, then we will be also able to rule our own territory once more. The British had never expected that this would happen. Bahadur Shah decided to be proclaimed leader. He changed the situation dramatically. But these are the centers of the revolt: Meerut, Delhi, Kanpur, Jhansi, Awadh, Calcutta. These were the main places of the revolt. Now I am talking about the Kanpur. So this what happened, they spread. The rebellion spread to Kanpur, Lucknow, Bareilly, Jhansi, Gwalior, Arra in Bihar. At Kanpur, the revolt was by Nana Sahib. He was adopted son, we did na, of Bajirao II, the last Peshwa. Nana Sahib expelled the British from Kanpur with the help of the Sipahis, and he proclaimed himself as the Peshwa. At the same time, he acknowledged Bahadur Shah Zafar as the Emperor of India. That Bahadur Shah, he is the Emperor of India. He declared himself to be his governor. Okay, that Nana Sahib will be the governor of Bahadur Shah. He declared himself so. He was assisted by Tatia Tope and Azimullah. Tatia Tope, he wrote a letter on 2nd January 1858 to the chiefs of the Bundelkhand on the behalf of Nana Sahib. What was in the letter? He said that it is obvious that if all the chiefs are united together, that we are having this much ability, the remaining Christians, and by the God's blessing, we will be easily expelled. Okay, the Britishers will be easily expelled. My master, I request all the chiefs that they should lose no time in sending the Kalpi agents, means the armed forces, the troops, the guns, okay, as their means may permit them. Means whatsoever they are having, now they were asking for them that we can win this war if you will give us the Kalpi agents, the troops, the army forces, the guns. Okay, we want permit to use them. Please send us as soon as possible. He was saying such things to him in this letter, Tatia Tope. Unfortunately, the revolt was tarnished by deceitful act of Nana Sahib soldiers. Okay, the Nana Sahib soldiers, they deceived him, and the revolt was tarnished. He promised the British safe passage in 40 boats from the Ghat of Allahabad. He promised the British that I'll give you passage, I'll give you 40 boats from the Ghat of Allahabad. When the boats were about to leave, the sepoys fired at them, killing many of them, women, children. Only 4 occupants of the boat can escape, and they were telling this tragic story that what happened. One survivor was Thomas. He said that English had first fired at the boatmen. Okay, that Englishmen fired at the boatmen, that provoked them. The London Sahib Times of 31 August 1857, he painted Nana Sahib, he is the villain of the revolt. The British retaliate with the Indians. So soon enough, terrible acts of aristocrats on Indians were soon enough. It started. A letter by Mrs. Larkins, wife of commander of the artillery division, who was smuggling things out of Kanpur before her death, gives an idea about the plight of the refugees in the barracks at Kanpur. In the barrack place at Kanpur, how many refugees were taken shelter? She says, we are hemmed in by overpowering numbers, that there seems no hope of escaping this battle, that we cannot escape this battle. She was saying so, that we are hemmed in by overpowering numbers. What is the meaning of the word hemmed? Hemmed generally means that is on the edge, okay, that is surrounded or restricted the space or the movement of the something. So she was saying we are hemmed in overpowering the numbers. That seems to have no hope of escape. We are having no hope now. We cannot escape. The battle continued till 1858, seeing that British victorious Nana Sahib, Azimullah Khan, and Tata Topiye they escaped. The Nana Sahib and Azimullah Khan were never seen again, but Tatya Tope, he was arrested in April 1859 and he was hanged. See, this is rebellion spread of Kanpur. Now, if I talk about Lucknow, now we are talking about Lucknow, Awadh. What happened here? Awadh was the capital at Lucknow. It became the main point of the revolt. More than 8 months. For more than 8 months, it became the main center of the revolt. Awadh was added by Dalhousie on the ground of maladministration, that you have not been functioning properly, mismanagement is there. So, on the functioning of maladministration, Dalhousie added Awadh. This angered 75,000 sepoys. He came from, means who were sepoys who came from Awadh. They created an atmosphere of rebellion. British had taken over the landed estates of 21,000 talukdars. The end of the Nawab rule threw many people out of their jobs. So what is happening here? Awadh was the main center of the revolt. Awadh was the capital at Lucknow. It became the main center of revolt for more than 8 months. Awadh was added by Dalhousie on earlier ground that mismanagement is there, inefficient management is there, so it is being added. Because of this, 75,000 sepoys, they were what? They were angered. It created an atmosphere of rebellion. British had taken over the landed estates of 21,000 talukdars. The end of the Nawab rule threw many people out of their job. Nawab rule ended, so people went out of the jobs. British, they were sending the rulers into exile. The Nawab Wajid Ali Shah unceremoniously to Calcutta in 1856. So they were sending the rulers where? Into exile, into some place, any another place. So what is being happening here? When the people were moving out, the royal family was reduced to poverty and its jewelry auctioned off. I told you now, because Nawabs were throwing many people out of job because Nawab rule ended. So many people they became jobless. So the family were poor now. So they were selling their jewelry off also. Their jewelry were auctioned. The British they have sent the rulers into exile. Nawab Wajid Ali Shah, he was unceremoniously to Calcutta in 1856. When the news of Meerut and Delhi mutiny reached Awadh, it was the first sign of rebellion came from Sitapur in June and then started spreading into other districts. So this rebellion means now the people came to know that in Meerut and Delhi the people have revolted against. This news reached Awadh. Now it was the first sign they also started revolting against. So the sign of rebellion came from Sitapur in June and then started spreading into other districts. June 30th, British had Indian soldiers, means both of them, fought a decisive battle at Chinhut. It is 90 km from Lucknow, which the freedom fighter won. Sir Henry Lawrence, he was badly injured in the battle and he died on June 4th. The rebellion in Awadh, it was mainly led by Wajid Ali Shah's wife. Her name was Begum Hazrat Mahal. With the help of Nana Sahib, Birj Qadar, the son of Nawab, he was proclaimed the new Nawab because the Nawab went away because the Nawab rule was ended. So he was the son of the Nawab. He was being said that he is the new Nawab. This new Nawab was helped by the sepoys at Lucknow and the zamindars and the peasants of Awadh. The Begum organized an attack on the Britishers. With the help of all the sipais, zamindars, peasants of Awadh, the Begum organized a battle against the Britishers. The British forces, Lucknow means Awadh, women, children, they were forced to take shelter in the residency buildings. I'll show you the picture also of the residency building. Now it is not being in a good shape. This is the picture of Begum Hazrat Mahal. Then she became the Saig. Saig means a military operation in which enemy forces are surrounded a town or a building. Okay, so they begin the Saig. Saig means a military operation in which enemy forces surround a town or a building of the presidency by the sepoys for 8 months. During this long siege, many children died because of cholera. The women, they became sick. They maintained their rations. The sepoys were inspired by Begum and Maulvi Ahmadullah. The British, they held out even though few were killed by bullets and sickness. Okay, so this revolt, the sepoys, they were inspired by the Begum and Maulvi Ahmadullah. However, the British, they held out only because many were killed by bullet and the sickness, cholera. The fate of the revolt was decided by the failure of the sepoys here. The sepoys failed. Though outnumbering them 1 lakh, they failed to dislodge the Britishers. They were in large number, 1 lakh, but they cannot dislodge the Britishers. The British again, they took place in the Awadh in March 1858 following the siege of Lucknow, and Begum Hazrat Mahal, she escaped with her son Bijr Iskadar to Nepal, and she died there only in 1879. Kindly write the meaning of Saig. It is a military operation in which the enemy forces surround a town or a building. Okay. It cut off all the essential supplies with the aim of compelling those inside that they should surrender. This is the residency building of Lucknow. In Jhansi, the young Rani Lakshmi Bai, she joined the rebels when the British refused to acknowledge her right to adopt a successor as per Indian custom. In Jhansi, Rani Lakshmi Bai, she joined the rebel when the Britishers refused that you are not having any adopted successor. As per Indian custom, you must be having a son. The British annexed her state, okay, threatening her to treat her like an instigator of the rebellion of the sepoys at Jhansi. The Rani vacillated for some time. See, the Britishers annexed her state, added in her state, and she threatened her that we will treat her as an instigator of the rebellion, like you instigated this rebellion of the sepoys at Jhansi. So for some time, your Rani, Lakshmi Bai, she vacillated. Okay, what is vacillate? Vacillate means waver between the opinions or actions. Means she was indecisive. She was unable to decide. But once she decided to throw in lot for her with the rebels, she fought violently at the head of her troops. She proclaimed, "We are fighting for independence. If victorious, we will enjoy the fruits of our victory. If we are defeated and killed, we shall earn the eternal glory and salvation." This was her wordings. British forces, they were using the superior weapons, capturing the fort and the city. 5,000 people were killed. The Rani fled with the rebels to join the Tatia Tope at Kalpi. So the Rani, she fled with her rebels to join the Tatia Tope at Kalpi. Both the army now joined. Now Tatya Tope and Rani, they decided that we will march upon Gwalior. Okay, and they captured Gwalior. She captured Gwalior with the help of Tatya Tope and her trusted Afghan guards. Maharaja Skandindiya himself fled to Agra to be with the British, while his troops joined the forces of Rani. Maharaja, he went to Britishers in Agra, but his troops joined the Rani Lakshmibai troop. The Rani died fighting against the British troops on June 17, 1858. The commander of British army referred to her as the best and the bravest military leader among the rebel. See, the Britishers themselves, they are saying about the Rani that she is the best and the bravest military leader among the rebel. Tatya Tope's small but disciplined army carried on the British guerrilla warfare for some time, means this warfare for some time, before he was betrayed by a zamindar. A zamindar betrayed Tatya Tope. He was hanged to death after the trial. Many new leaders came up into this revolt. Ahmadullah Shah, a Maulvi from Faizabad, made a prophecy. He made a prophecy, means an astrological prediction that the rule of British would soon come to end. It is a prophecy done by him that it will soon come to an end. He was caught into the imagination of the people and raised a huge force of the supporters. He came to Lucknow, okay, to fight against the Britishers. See, this is the picture of Rani Lakshmibai. So, what was I was telling about this story only. The Rohillas, they centered in Bareilly. They were active in the war. They were amongst the last recaptured by the British after Sir Colin Campbell had finally quelled resistance in Awadh. Okay, what happened in this all? I tell you in the last, the rebellion in Bihar and the district around like Banaras, okay, Bareilly, where the active war happened in the area, it was again recaptured by the British. The Rohillas, the Bareilly, it was active in war, but it was recaptured by the British after Sir Colin Campbell resisted in Awadh. Whatever happened in Bihar and Banaras, they finally overcome. Kuwar Singh, he was an old man of 70 years. He was main organizer of the revolt. He mobilized, he moved his forces and defeated the British in many places. Later he joined the forces with Nana Sahib and he died in April 1858. Now the company retaliates. Bahadur Shah, he was proclaimed the Emperor of India. He proved to be a very weak ruler. When British reinforced, he began to counterattack, but the sepoys were handicapped by their lack of centralized control system. Okay, they were handicapped. The British wanted to recapture Delhi and they brought the reinforcement from England, more army forces from England. They passed new laws and moved in to storm the centers of the revolt. Delhi was again recaptured in September 1857. Bahadur Shah's son, he was shot dead in front of his eyes. Bahadur Shah tried and exiled at Rangoon, where he died in November 1862. The recapture of Delhi means now Britishers are again ruling Delhi, did not mean that the rebellions died down after that. Lucknow was added in March 1858 because Rani Lakshmibai was defeated in June 1858. Tatya Tope, he escaped into the jungles of central India. He was also captured and hanged in April 1859. Now, the British tried to win back the loyalty of the people. They allowed the loyalty of the landlords to continue their traditional rights over the land. Those who were rebelled, they were hanged and their property was confiscated by the Britishers. See, it is the capture of Bahadur Shah and his son. Now, what was the result of the rebellion? The revolt ended the rule of Mughals and the Peshwas. The British Parliament, they passed a new act in 1858. Okay, according to this, the East India Company were transferred to the British Crown. The Board of Central Control and the Court of Director, it was replaced by the Secretary Governor of State of Indian Affairs. The Governor General was given the title of Viceroy, the personal representation of the crown. He was subordinate to the secretary, okay, who after 1870 kept informed about the minute details of the administration through telephone lines, through telegraph lines. They were telling so to them. So what is happening in the first paragraph? Generally, they are saying now the Mughals and Peshwa rule ended. The British, they passed a new act in 1858. Power of East India Company transferred to Britishers, British Crown. The Board of Control and the Court of Director. Now new name is being given, that is Secretary of State for Indian Affairs. The Governor General, now he is called the Viceroy. He is the personal representative of that crown. He was subordinate to the secretary who were giving minute details about the administration through telegraph lines. The ruling princes of the country, they were assured that there would be no more adding of the territories. They were allowed to pass their kingdoms to their heirs, means to their sons. Now they had to acknowledge the British Queen as their sovereign, means the Queen is the ultimate power. The army was reorganized. Number of European soldiers were increased to prevent that any future revolt should not be against Britishers. They were not recruiting soldiers from Awadh, Bihar, Central and South India. More soldiers would be recruited from Gurakhas, Sikhs and Pathans. The land and property of Muslim, it was also confiscated by the Britishers. They were taking control over it. They were treating them with suspicion and hostility. They introduced policy to protect landlords and zamindars, that security rights to be provided them over the land. The British, they decided that we will respect the custom, religions and the social practices whatever the Indians are following. The revolt failed. It marked the beginning of the struggle against the British rule. The perception of Indians and their country was to change the history of India forever. It paved the way for the rise of the modern national movement. It made a way for the rise of the modern national movement. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.